But in Hyderabad, you also had this particular incident taking place in which a Congress leader and former member of parliament grabbed a policeman's collar as she was being taken away by the police.
అసెంబ్లీలో దొంగలకి సెల్యూట్ పెడతారు. దేశంలో పోలీసుల చొక్కా పట్టుకొని అసెంబ్లీలో దొంగలకి సెల్యూట్ పెడతారు.
There you can see Renuka Chaudhary grabbing that cop's collar. This is something that has raised a lot of outrage and condemnation, and the leader is known to be extremely boisterous there and aggressive. So she there, as you can see, grabbed the collar of the cop. She was then dragged away by 5 to 6 police women and is currently in the police station. Renuka Chaudhary, a part of the protest by Congress workers across the country to protest against Rahul Gandhi's questioning by the ED, as well as the Delhi police's treatment of the Congress in Delhi. Remember, outside the Congress headquarters every day for the last 3 days, Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, we've seen those scenes of a face-off between the police and the Congress workers. And here in Hyderabad, you can see a two-wheeler also set on fire, and a Congress leader and former member of parliament, Renuka Chaudhary, also creating a controversy after she grabbed the collar of a policeman. Renuka Chaudhary now is in police custody. She has been taken away from there. Now Rahul Gandhi was to be questioned by the Enforcement Directorate tomorrow on Friday. However, he is now asked for more time. Let's go across to Arvind for more on that story. And Arvind, Rahul Gandhi has written to the ED asking for a postponement given that his mother Sonia Gandhi is currently in hospital.
Yeah, Gargir, former Congress President Rahul Gandhi, who was questioned for 3 consecutive days by the Enforcement Directorate in the National Herald case for almost over 30 hours. He was again called for further questioning on Friday, but what we are being told is that Rahul Gandhi has approached the Enforcement Directorate with a short adjournment for this particular Friday questioning, which has been scheduled. He has sought the Enforcement Directorate, he has asked the Enforcement Directorate to postpone this Friday's questioning at least till Monday. That's what he has sought from the Enforcement Directorate, and what we are being told is that the Enforcement Directorate is yet to confirm or accept or deny this particular request of Rahul Gandhi. In fact, today also Rahul Gandhi was supposed to be questioned by the Enforcement Directorate, but he had sought for the adjournment of today's questioning to Friday because his mother is being treated at the Gangaram Hospital for post-COVID related illness, and that's why he had sought for an adjournment today, and the Enforcement Directorate had agreed to this request, and that's why today's questioning was postponed for Friday. After Wednesday's questioning, he was again summoned for Friday, but what we are being told is that Rahul Gandhi has approached the Enforcement Directorate to again postpone it to Monday. So we'll get to know in an hour or so whether the Enforcement Directorate is accepting the request of Rahul Gandhi or denying it. But Rahul Gandhi has earlier also said, Congress party has also time and again reiterated that whenever the Enforcement Directorate summons, the Congress leaders will promptly appear before the agency, and we have to wait and watch whether the Enforcement Directorate agrees to this request or not.
All right, so waiting if the Enforcement Directorate agrees to that request, but returning to the news of Congress protests in various cities, and Renuka Chaudhary there in controversy again over her manhandling of a policeman. This was during the protest today, and as you can see, she lunged at that cop and grabbed his collar and then had to be dragged away by several women cops there. Well, let's go across to Uma Sudhir, and Uma, case has now been booked against the Congress leader.
Yes, indeed. This happened at the Panjagutta police station. Is registered now a case of 353, which is an assault on a public servant to deter him from performing his duty. As we can see in that video, during a protest, Renuka Chaudhary has in fact held this policeman, the SI, by the sleeve, and on his complaint, the Panjagutta police have now booked this case of Section 353 IPC against Renuka Chaudhary. We are being told that some other leaders also may be booked under similar sections. Whether they will want to take her into custody, that is not yet clear. The police commissioner has not yet reverted on that issue.
All right, and where is Renuka Chaudhary right now? She's been taken away by the police.
That was for preventive detention, that she was taken away by the police. But what exactly is going to happen, of those details not yet clear.
All right, Uma, thanks so much for joining us with those details. And Renuka Chaudhary there sparking outrage over her manhandling of a policeman, pulling his collar, and now a case has been booked against the former member of parliament.